Okay.
There's a call in the air, can you hear it ring? A vision of change, it's our time to bring. Gather round all you dreamers and doers. Together we're stronger, together we're movers. Lifting each voice, a chorus so bold. In the name of love, let our stories unfold. Every heart matters, every hand we lend. Welcome to the table where we all transcend. Welcome to the table where new dreams are born. A space for the hopeful, a bright new dawn. With courage and kindness, let's break down the walls. For initiative together, we'll answer the calls. No more division, it's time to unite. Each story, each struggle, it's our shared light. From every corner, let's lift and embrace, creating a future with compassion and grace. So let's build the bridges, let's cross every line. In the heart of the struggle, the stars will align. The promise of progress with every hand we lend. Welcome to the table where we all transcend. To the table where new dreams are born. A space for the hopeful, a bright new dawn. With courage and kindness, let's break down the walls. For initiative together, we'll answer the calls. Welcome to the table where new dreams are born. A space for the hopeful, a bright new dawn. With courage and kindness, let's break down the walls. For initiative, together we'll answer the calls. Together we'll rise. Together we'll fight. Hand in hand we'll chase the light. In hand we'll chase the light. Championing change, let's write our own song. With faith in each other, we can't go wrong. Welcome to the table where new dreams are born. A space for the hopeful, a bright new dawn. With courage and kindness, let's break down the walls. For initiative together, we'll answer the call. So come join the circle, take your place here. With love as our guide, we'll shed every fear. Welcome to the table, the time is now. In unity we stand, let's take our bow.
Hey everybody, welcome back. How we doing? It's Tuesday night. We're ready to run an episode of Embers and Shadow. If you haven't joined us before in any of these sessions, well, they're fun. I hope. My players should be having a lot of fun. I think they're having fun. They tell me they're having fun. But anyways, I want to get to something first before we actually start playing anything and going through anything and having our fun yet is... We're going to start doing a couple of giveaways on the channel. All you have to do is follow us on the YouTube and the TikTok. And the Twitch, if you want to follow on the Twitch. It's not mandatory for the Twitch, but the YouTube and the TikTok are the two main ones. The YouTube most important because the winner we picked off of people who are following on the YouTube. And what we're going to be giving away is these right here. They are mini dice towers. They are a dice tower that also has an initiative tracker built into it. Okay, initiative tracker, and they come with a set of dice. It's all in one. It's one whole unit. Like, it's absolutely amazing. Anyways, yeah, so a mini dice tower. Oh, come on. There we go. With a initiative tracker and a set of dice, all in one. Your whole kit and caboodle, everything you need is absolutely amazing. We have, I think, 12 of them, so we're going to be doing probably a giveaway once a month. All you have to do, and the way you win it, is literally just have to be a member of the YouTube. That's where we're going to be doing the names. So that's the most important one. But you might as well join the TikTok and the Twitch. You might as well hit those buttons as well, because like, let's be honest, it's just another button to hit, right? So just do it. Do it. All right, guys. Last week we had a bunch of fun. Remember, we do have a Etsy shop that has merch if anyone is interested in. Yo, Queston Jess, how we doing with 5 viewers? Let's go, baby. Let's go. I forgot that I haven't streamed in a while, and I just got hit with a raid again, and I forgot that's my fucking oh my goodness. You guys remember the scene from Jay and Silent Bob not 2 when they're outside of movies, and Jay's like standing there going like that, and he's putting the lipstick on, he's dancing. He's like dancing to that music. I did it friggin' video. Hey, how's it going, Minafa? I did a video of me doing that. I removed the screen, the backsplash, and it's just me going do and just dancing to it. And just like mimicking the thing, and I turn it into my raid button. So now when people raid me, that's what they see. They see that pops up, and that, oh shit, I just got raided again, and Luna just raided me. Holy no, my bad. I'm reading the bottom of the thing. That's not what's happening right now. That was 10 days ago. I'm sorry. Anyways, Queston Jess, appreciate you. Azrael, I see you on TikTok there. I like your stuff. You're pretty entertaining to watch. I'm going to be posting some more actual talk content coming up here. Anyways, I've been talking a lot. Like I said, we have a giveaway that's going to be happening. You'll be able to see more of it on the YouTube there, on YouTube and on the TikTok about how to enter it. All you have to do is be a follower on the YouTube channel. That's it. At the end of the day, that's all you have to be. So follow on the YouTube channel, because that's where we're going to be drawing the winner from. Okay. And come for this guy's name on Twitch. Coming for that booty. That's his name on fucking Twitch. All right, we've been talking a lot. Let's actually get into the session. How would we do that? Okay. So I'm just excited right now. I'm just hell yeah, it is.
Gotta get in character. Absolute sound. Gotta get in character.
Gotta get in character. Just a little. Usaba. Okay. Last session, you guys managed to find your way. Not last session. So the session before, you guys managed to find your way back into Alderholt, where you spent the night at the blacksmith's, because the innkeeper was not interested in letting you into the building. He was like, nah, we don't want you in here right now. So you spent the night at the blacksmith, where you fell under this sleep, this magical sleep. You didn't really understand. You were put to sleep very, very quickly. Upon waking in the morning, Orleana, you found that you had a cut in your hand. You had gripped your dagger a little too tight, and you had sliced open your hand while laying there in bed. And then, but as you guys woke, you heard the town was coming to life. You heard people outside talking and going about their business. You heard the loud ting of hammer hitting metal on an anvil from the blacksmith down below. You hear birds chirping. It was kind of a refreshing morning. The first time you guys have woken up in a place where you've had other people. You've been so secluded for the last few weeks up in the mountains. As you went downstairs, you talked to the blacksmith a little bit and realized that he unintentionally put you to sleep. But as you guys figured that out, he also offered you a little bundle of something for safe travel, where you got a cloak, a scarf, but most importantly, you got an ember glass dagger. As you guys decided to set out, you went over to the tavern, where you noticed that there was a town meeting early in the morning being held to head up into the Arendor Mountains to hunt down the Yeti. You managed to do your best to talk the townsfolk out of doing that because it was a grave mistake on their part. And as you guys asked the barkeeper, as you guys asked Garrick for a map of some sort, how to get yourselves to Blackthorn Keep, he told you he didn't have one. He didn't know exactly how to get there. He had an idea of where to cross and how and what direction to kind of head in, but he didn't fully know. And he said if you guys had any more real information, if you wanted more information to figure out where to go see Mira, the stable, the person, the one who owns the stables in town. And you guys headed down that way and decided you were going to try to rent a horse. Unfortunately, you came up a little short in the pockets. She asked you, well, she has a job, and if you guys complete that job, she would give you guys 2 riding horses. And that was to go find a steed in Kitmel Forest, a steed that has been incredibly hard to catch. And apparently she's offered this to more than just you guys. This has been something she's been interested in trying to get a hold of for a while. You guys so reluctantly obliged and decided that you were going to go and find this steed so you get a couple riding horses to head off into Blackthorn. And as you guys decided to head south, which Kitmel Forest was only a couple hours down the road from Alderholt, it wasn't very far. As you get there, you guys notice that the light beneath the canopy dims, not from clouds, but from the trees themselves. The forest grows denser, the air cool and damp. The moss soft beneath your boots, paths twist without pattern. The silence was near total, save the distant drip of water and the hush of leaves breathing in the wind. You cannot feel. Your steps falter. You both stumble suddenly, catching yourselves, but the ground isn't right. A thick vine lays across the moss, veined and pulsing faintly with a soft green light. And then you see the corpse. It lies half swallowed by the earth, wrapped in vines that seem to drink from it. Its skin is pale, eyes wide in a final moment of fear, jaw slack as if caught mid-scream. The vines are not only clinging, they're feeding, drawing faint flickers of light from the body, like breath pulled from lungs. Before you can speak, movement, a flash of gray between the trees. There, just ahead, a sleek, dark stallion races through the clearing, barely making a sound. Its coat is dark as storm clouds, its black mane laced with silver strands that shimmer as it moves. It runs like no beast you've seen, swift, ethereal, silent. Then impossibly, it doesn't dodge behind a tree, it vanishes into it, like water into bark. And in the stillness that follows, a voice whispers. The leaves, if soft but clear, like a breeze across the skin, carrying words. What brings you to Kitmel Forest? As you both glance around, unsure, the vines around your legs twitch. They wind higher, not just binding, but judging. And you hear it again. What brings you to this sacred grove? The corpse is being pulled gently downward. The vine shifts suddenly under feet. The force itself seems to be watching. What do you do?
Oh, someone should be careful with their step, even though what we're tangled in the vines too, right?
Oh, the vines are around your legs. There's no like careful about your step. Your step's in it.
How long you do the talking to Morbula talking? I don't know when to shut up.
This is true.
It's been proven. Mm. Yeah, I'll answer. We're seeking something. We mean no harm.
We would like to know what exactly draws you to Kitmel. The vines stir again, not constricting, but curious, as if they're tasting the air around you.
We've heard stories of the ghost of Kitmel, and we're curious. We would just like to see him, to see if he's real.
Real? Give me a deception check, please. Or persuasion, your choice.
Okay. I'll say
Persuade him.
persuasion. That would be a 5.
Oh.
What really causes you to enter the Thorn Grove? Hopefully, more respectful than the soul there before you.
We're on a bit of a mission, as you would say. We heard about the ghost of the Kitmill Woods and just want to see it.
Suddenly, the canopy shudders. Not from the wind, but in reaction. A soft moan rolls through the trees like a breath held for too long. Then light again, sharp and sudden. The leaves pull apart once more, but for only a heartbeat, the sunlight pours in like judgment. You feel its weight. Then it swallows. The forest closes over. It licks its lips, sealing around a secret. The clearing dims again, more alive than ever.
Can I try pulling my legs out?
You want to try pulling your legs out?
Just a little bit, like give it a test.
Okay. Go ahead. That would be athletics.
Athletics, okay. That would be 18.
You're able to, as you struggle to pull your leg up, you notice the vines kind of tighten a little bit. But you manage. Which leg are you pulling up first? Because you can't really do both, so you have to do one or the other.
Left leg, just a little bit.
All right. As you assist your left leg to pull and try to jerk it out from what these vines seem to be swirling and clinging to your boot right now, you manage to pull your leg out, but your boot stays in place. As you manage to pull that leg out and place it down, you notice that your right leg, the vines have now come up to your knee and they are actually constricting quite tightly.
Ouch.
I'm curious if that would work.
No, Orlina, don't move. Don't move your feet. You'll be trapped
Okay.
even
You don't
worse.
have to do
Yeah,
that.
don't try it.
But
Okay.
Thank
I
you.
just thought about our daggers you got. Oh,
you
that's right.
seek the Grey Guardian, the wind-footed heart. He runs because he remembers. The grove remembers your name, Hathor Quinn. The stars wrote it in the bark long before you knew it yourself.
Oh. Okay. I don't think cutting the vines would be a good idea, Orlina. I
Okay.
don't think. I think they just want to protect themselves, and if we convince them we don't mean any harm, then I think that they should let us go.
It's like when I was okay.
Intent is its own kind of offering. Silence is not always harmless. The voice carries gruffly across the wind.
Any ideas? I kind of am stuck. We're both stuck.
Yeah.
Kinda.
Oh, so they want silence in a way.
Yeah.
Wonder if we just have to be still and just was it quicksand? No, instead of fighting it, just relax and we could get out.
Okay.
You
We give that a
feel
try.
a gust of wind roll around you, and as it does, that voice carries a firmer tone this time and repeats its question. What brings you to Kitmel Forest? What causes you to enter the Thorn Grove?
I guess we should tell her why we're here.
Okay. Yeah. All right. Here we go. We have a mission to figure out what is harming the world, and in order to do so, we need horses, and so we made a deal with a woman in a village north of here to get horses, and the deal was that we come here to find the steed of Kitmel. And that's why we're here. We don't mean any harm. We just need the steed.
Very well. If you have come with purpose, then the forest must see it for itself.
Okay, seems like we have a challenge.
All right.
Mm,
From between the roots of a nearby gnarled elm, a pale light begins to shimmer. It flows outward like water catching moonlight, forming the vague shape of something alive, small and moving. And then it steps out, standing no more than a little over 3 feet tall. It looks like a child sculpted from wood and root. The body is bark-like, layered with mossy folds and speckled mushrooms. Thin veins of glowing green light pulse beneath its surface, flowing like sap. Small brambles coiled around its joints and spine like natural armor. From the crown on its head rise delicate antlers like branches, each hung with tiny silver horns that glow faintly with soft luminescence. Its eyes are deep green and ancient, not glowing, but impossibly alive, like staring into the untouched heart of a forest where no axe has ever swung. It looks up at you, then tilts its head.
Oh, hello, little one.
Its eyes open bright, tilts its head to the other side. A long moment of silence. Very puzzled look as it blinks. Wait, a cracking second. You can see me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I could see you.
Hmm.
Its mouth hangs open slightly, bark cracking at the edges like a weathered smile. It glances behind itself, then back at you, pointing at its own chest. No, really, you can see me.
Hmm.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Another
Yeah.
pause. It blinks once, then straightens its leafy shoulders out with an exaggerated huff and grins. Well, leave me to rot. Been a few ages since a two-leg had eyes sharp enough or magic loud enough to notice old Bindle Mossheel when he's standing right there. He brushes off his mossy shoulders proudly. I suppose that means the forest really is stirring again. Oaths awakening, winds whispering, horses vanishing into trees. Oh, yes, it's all happening again. His voice lowers slightly, and his long green eyes grow serious.
Hmm. Well, we're nice to meet you there, Bindle, was it?
Oh, yes, Bindle
Hmm.
Mossheel.
Nice to meet you. Orlina, well, is my name.
Oh,
Um,
I know you, Orlena Draven.
well, probably heard stories in the wind day. Uh,
We knew who you were before you took your first breath. A little context. You guys have never seen something like this. Ever.
Yeah.
We're drinking in here, like, how do, like, is there, like, something really magical happening here? Like, how you know me before I even born?
He steps closer as he places a hand on the ground, and you suddenly feel the vines unwrap from your legs and kind of twirl back into the ground. As he looks up at you and goes, the force isn't going to eat yet. Not yet. But you saw him, didn't you? The gray one? Hooves like whisper, mane like starlight caught in the storm.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, to
And
see him go, he went that way, then.
That's Thornstride. He runs not just through Kitmel, but through the old magic. Deeper than roots, older than bones. And if he showed himself to you, he squints. Well, either the forest likes you, or it's about to eat you alive. Could go either way, honestly.
oh, okay.
I like our odds, though. 50-50. Good chances.
He,
Would be possible, Lena.
you see this little 3-foot plant-like being just chuckle to himself, like audibly laugh as you say, as you say you like your odds. And he just slaps himself on, like literally on the leg. And he goes, well, I'm a glowthorn Spriggan. Thank you very much. Keeper of paths, watcher of the old oaths, drinker of dew, part-time scroll negotiator. And if you seen Thornside, then the Grove's heart, that's the Grove's heart on 4 legs. He's not a horse, not really. He's a piece of the wild that never agreed to sleep when the rest of the world did.
Interesting.
Ask how long you've been in Kitmel Forest, Brindle?
That's Bindle, by the way. And
Bindle?
we've well, I don't quite know. It's I will let her tell you. Okay? We'll let her tell you.
Who's her?
Oh, that's Thalandra Root Metal. She's our elder. She'll tell you.
Okay.
All right? Okay.
Sounds good.
So if you'd like to go ahead and join me, we can go ahead and head off in this grove. But step carefully. The thorn grove remembers your steps, and it never forgets where you fall. Okay?
Okay.
You see this little this moss-covered bark spriggan just turn and start to walk away, and it is silent. You can't hear anything that this thing is making, any noise, anything. As you step closer, it waves its arm, and you see this arch of woven vines and branches, following the wind. Then following the wind trail, Brindle reveals the deeper you go, the quieter the world becomes. Are you you're following him? Yes.
Yeah.
The deeper you go, the quieter the world becomes. No bird songs, no breeze, just the rhythmic pulse of something alive beneath your feet, as though the roots themselves were breathing. Then the forest parts. Before you lies a great natural hollow, not carved by any tool or storm, but shaped by will. Towering elder trees, thicker than towers. From a wide circle, their branches bent and braided into arches overhead. Each tree's bark is etched with names in druidic and older tongues long forgotten. Some glow faintly, others are scorched. A few appear newly etched. A gentle spring pool is in the center, its water clear as glass, yet reflecting a sky not of your own. A dusk-lit sky, always at twilight, full of drifting stars. The air here tastes of old moss, lilac, and something else. Memory? And there you see 6 other Spriggans. By the pool, you see Thalandra. Taller than the others, wreathed in blooming moss and thorned ivy, stands by the spring, her staff in hand. Her one amber eye glows faintly. The other is sealed with a plate of white bark. Vines curl around her shoulders like a mantle. The Spriggan druid does not bow or greet you as you enter, as lesser creatures might. She studies you, her amber eye glowing gently, her bark hand resting on the staff grown from her spine and blooming with thorns. So, the wind delivers the drowned child and the ashborn daughter to the grove of old names, as it did long ago, as it always must.
Yeah, so I'll take a bow. It's nice to meet you. Lovely forest. Very lovely.
Oh, Lena, we've met before.
Oh, I don't remember it.
You were meant to.
Can you? No. No. Oh, we have on a bit of a mission, but as we were walking, I kind of have what do you call it? Doubts about that horse now.
It's okay. You're confused. Good.
Mm.
That means you haven't been eaten by understanding yet. Come, if you're to chase him, you need to know why before how.
Okay.
Names are more like words, Hathor and Orlena. You were etched into Kitmel the moment your mothers made their choices beneath the black root moon.
Our mothers made choices.
Oh, yes, Hathor Quinn. Do you remember the river?
Yes.
Oh, I don't know if you do, but let's remember for us. You were only 3 when it took you. The current stole the breath from your lungs. Your eyes saw the end. But your mother, she would not let the water keep you. She called out across the vale, and something ancient answered. Duskfang, the pale wolf of the hollow vale. Leandra starts to walk slowly. He offered a bargain, 1 life returned for another later. Your mother accepted. You rose. You coughed water. Alive once more. As she stares directly at you, she shifts her gaze to you, Orlena. And Norma Draven, known to us as Artemis, the Silent Arrow. She wasn't bound to the forest once. Before the love pulled her from the hunt, when the time came for you to be born, there was not enough life for both souls. She chose you. Leandra steps slowly toward you, her thorned crown swaying like windless branches. She gave her breath to you, not in sorrow, but in certainty. The grove still remembers the scent of her final breath. You carry her aim, her heart, and her will.
I hear that from my dad a lot. It's kind of neat though that you know my mom.
I still can't believe that she would do that for me. She would trade her own life for mine.
I'd say the same too. Shows the strength of a mother's love in a way.
Yeah. She never told me. She knew she would die too. That's,
Yeah.
yeah.
You see the Lindra raise her staff, and the trees above you start to rustle and shake as the grove falls silent again. The vines around the center spring begin to glow, their light pulsing with a deep, ancient rhythm. Her voice lowers, not cold, but distant, like speaking from a memory older than her own bark. Fate is a fickle thing. We do not always choose it, but your mothers did. As she turns, slowly raising a hand toward the spring again, they knew sacrifice was not only the price of love, but the cost of legacy. They gave so that you could rise. They suffered so that you would not stumble. They knew Umberfell would call on you when the skies began to darken once more.
That's insane.
Like they knew something before anything, like a sign in a way.
Mm-hmm. How did they know? Were they told by something or did they just know?
That's a good question. I wonder if they're like how we are with our dreams. Like, I wonder if we've seen them in dreams and just
Mm-hmm.
knew.
Yeah, maybe.
The
It's,
water in the spring ripples violently, then it stills. And in its surface, 2 faces slowly emerge, clear and unbroken. The gentle, kind face of Ida Quinn, her eyes brimming with strength and sorrow. Beside her, the fierce and steady gaze of Norma Draven, softened only by the ghost of a smile. Neither speak, but both look directly at each of you. Their smiles are small, but certain.
Hmm. Can reach out and see if they
You gonna
like
touch the
physically
water?
touch them. Yeah, yeah.
The water just ripples. You just see a ripple go across. It's more like they're an image than anything else. You see Thelandra bring her staff down into the ground again. They knew you were important, not just to them. They knew that what must be paid for you to become what the world would need. They knew exactly when the price would come due. Her gaze sharpens, her glowing amber eye fixed on both of you. Now the real question. She steps back, letting her staff settle into the moss. Are you willing to become what so many have believed you would? The grove is quiet. The spring glows gently below. Your mother's faces slowly fade, but not vanishing, just waiting.
We ready to be what the world needs us to be.
Ready.
Well, then, ask your questions. You must be interested to know how all this came about.
How did he know that we were destined for this? Like, did it come a vision or message in the wind or something? Like, why
Like,
put yourself like?
like
Yeah, that's my question. There's like, how did he know? But like, also why? Like, you are willing to do that for someone? Like, sacrifice yourself?
why you guys?
Yeah.
You see Thelandra move her palms back and forth in her hands. Because the dragons stir. Because the darkness that once devoured the first flame now claws at its gauge again. Because the nameless dread has awakened, and with it, the bond is beginning anew.
Can I ask my mother something? Is she real? Or is this just an image?
It's a reflection. It's a reflection.
Then, do you know the answer? Do you know if my father knew who I was? Who his child was going to be?
Your father. Ooh, that is curious. That is curious indeed.
Do you know the answer?
We may have to ask at a later date. But I don't believe he did.
All right, well, The nameless dread has awakened. The dragons have stirred and are growing, and here we are now. Do you know that if Blackthorn Keep is the place where we're supposed to go?
That's a good question.
We know that you have been called. We know that there are 2 others yet to come forth. What does the mural say?
The mural. Say the mural said Blackthorn Keep.
The mural is what leads you to your steps, leads you to your destinations.
No, it's put that down too.
Bindle tells me you saw him. The gray stag of the storm.
Yes, we did.
Yeah.
The pulse-hoofed guardian. He is not beast, but memory in motion, a fragment of oath given flesh. He does not run from you. He runs for you, testing your path, your bond, your resolve. Only those marked by sacrifice and chosen by blood may ride where he leads. And you're here because the world frays, because the old magic stirs beneath the roots and the dragons feel it, because the wind over the mountains howls the name of a place long sealed. If you wish to know your path, you must commit to the trial.
Well, I'm in.
Okay. Me too. I am kind of curious to see.
Mm-hmm.
Looking away, like how we're out of all the
As
people in the
you,
world, why us? That's
Delindra stands there. Her staff is pinned into the moss as she stands behind it. Bindle Mossheel, the one that led you here, steps up beside her, and then another Spriggan steps up, looks at you, goes, "I'm Varric, the root brand." Another one steps up beside Bindle and goes, "I'm Nina, the hive singer." Another one steps up beside Varric. "I'm Cern, the night root." And then another one steps up beside the other one. As you see, the next one step forward. "I'm Whittle, the seed sayer." Then the last one steps up. "I'm Mira, the Stone Grove matron." Mira looks familiar to you in a way. You can't quite place it, but you swear you've seen her somewhere before.
yeah. What would it be to? Gonna ask Mira if she was the one that was at Alderholt when we left to come this way. Be insight.
Be more of it wouldn't be insight, no. Be more of an investigation, because she's not really she's just telling you who her name is. Like she's not really like telling you anything else. She's just like she's telling you who she is, right? So
Okay. I would just look at her and just ask her that, like, are you the one that we've seen before in Alderholt?
she gives you a coy smile, a grin, if you will, but nothing else.
Okay.
Do you say that?
Quietly, and you know me here.
You hear unanimously through all of them at the exact same time. Say back, and we'll be watching you. You get just from your passive insight, you get a thought that these creatures are older. And when I say older, I mean older than almost anything you've come across. Even though you have dragons, you get this feeling that they might be older than those dragons. Have you guys been like looking around the grove this whole time?
I mean, I'm just gonna
No.
ask to roll a perception check.
Go
to
ahead,
see
roll
if
me.
I can-
Yeah.
Go ahead, roll me perception. Are you doing it as well, Ruben?
Yeah. Yeah.
12 for me.
Just don't roll. Listen, Ruben, just don't roll.
Vibing.
Just stop rolling, okay? You do this thing where you roll and then you go, it's really bad. It just does not work for you, okay? So just don't roll. Okay,
doesn't go
a
with
12 though.
plan.
This grove is. Hold on, where am I? The forest. No. I already did that amphitheater. You already know that side, so you know there's a bunch of elderly. But around the spring stand 8 seats, shaped not by hand but by the will of the grove itself. Thorn-like forms of living root and stone, each unique to the spriggan who sits in it. You notice that there are 7 spriggans in front of you, and the 8th seat is, well, it's well covered in roots and moss draped. Like the thorns, everything. It's just overgrown. It doesn't look like it's been sat in for a long time. It definitely stands apart. You see underneath each of those seats, there's a thicker vine that seems to link into the spring that look like it's a draw of magic and power into this spring.
Ask is that? Was that someone's throne? Did someone used to sit there?
You see Thelendril just kind of tilt her head slightly. Yes, the forgotten root.
What happened?
There
to
were
him?
8. She goes, there were 8. Then you hear Whittle go, there were 8. She mutters it softly, thumbing a seed in her pond. And sometimes there still are. And then you see Thelendril turn slightly to Thelendril and then turn back to you and goes, roots that grow deep must sometimes be buried. That's really all that's all the information they really give you.
Okay. I'll lean over to Orlean and go, that's mysterious.
Mm-hmm. Very mysterious.
Yeah. These guys are a little creepy.
Mm-hmm.
They seem to
For
know a
sure.
lot.
A lot, yeah. Probably old as this world, by the looks of it.
Yeah. Maybe.
You hear Biddle. We're not that creepy.
Oh.
Like,
Sorry.
Sorry, I didn't know we
I,
were talking that loud.
I, you whisper and we'll hear you clearly.
Oh.
We don't worry. We can hear you.
Okay.
Shakes his head. Thalandra. Well, if you're ready to take your trial, then step into the spring. Let the grove remember you. Let it reveal what has brought you here and whether you are worthy to follow Thornstride into the deepening paths.
Okay. Take a step forward and step in.
Step right behind. We got this.
Yep.
As you
Can I hold your
both,
hand?
Dragon Riders. Team Dragon Riders.
Salandra steps closer. She picks up her staff and buries it into the edge of the spring. As you both stand before the still spring at the center of the grove, you start to hear the other Spriggans hum softly, deep, resonant tones that feel as if they echo from the roots of the world. Thalandra says, your mother's carved the path before you, not in stone, but in blood and bone. This is not a trial of steel. This is a trial of self, of sacrifice. Let the grove remember so that you do not forget. The spring glows white. As you both step in, suddenly the light pulls both of you inward deeper. Sound dies. Sight blurs. When it returns, you stand in a grove that is not your own. The trees feel older, colder. Every root beneath your feet pulses like a heart. This is the echo, a mirror of a memory stitched together by the grove's will. Orlena, the vision surrounds you completely. The warm smell of pine smoke and rain-soaked wood fills your lungs. You're in a small cabin back in Red Hollow, the home you grew up in. A fire crackles softly. Rain taps the window. The room glows dimly by a lantern light. Your mother, Norma, lies on a low bed, sweat beating down her brow, her face pale, her breathing labored. Her hands clutch the thin blanket around her, muscles tense. A midwife kneels by her side, frantically preparing. A younger Clyde, your father, paces in the corner, red-eyed, torn between terror and helplessness. But then Norma turns her head, and she sees you. Not the baby. You. Fully grown, standing in the corner, silently watching, and she smiles. It's a smile worn, but full of peace. There you are, my girl. You're even stronger than I hoped. I've seen what you've become, and I couldn't be prouder, Orlena. Her breathing deepens, gets heavier. The world is heavy, but I knew you'd carry it well. You were never just mine. You were meant for something far greater. So don't look back with sorrow. Look forward with fire. And she turns her head back to the midwife, voice growing weak. We need to continue. The midwife's hands tremble. Her eyes brim with tears. Norma, this will kill you. The room falls silent, deafening. Norma nods softly. Her smile doesn't falter. She looks at the midwife. I know. She looks at you, Orlena, once more. It's okay. The room begins to fade to soft white light. The moment before dawn, as it vanishes. Orlena, you are left with the sound of your mother's breath, and then a cry of a newborn child. Her own first breath, born of love, paid in full. Light fades from Orlena's memory. And now, Hathor, you stand alone. You feel cold water rushing past your ankles. The sky above is a dull gray, rainless but heavy with clouds. Trees loom high and twisted, their bark black and wet as if crying. You stand at the edge of a river, fast, swallowing and angry. A sound pierces the stillness. Hathor! Hathor! A woman crashes through the trees. It's Ida, younger. Her face is full of terror. She stumbles, soaked to the bone, eyes wide. She spots the small, lifeless body in the current. You watch as your 3-year-old self floats face down, caught in a slow, spiraling current and stone. You hear, no, no, as Idle dives into the river, dragging the tiny form to the shore. She presses your chest, sobbing, trying to force the water out. Her hands shake. The child does not move. She screams into the trees. Help me. Please, someone, help, anyone. And the forest goes still. The wind sharpens. The trees bend slightly. They then part and form the missteps of Lilith, pale-furred wolf, eyes glowing moonlight silver. His fangs is not bark, but growl. But soft, human whispers carried on the wind. The forest hears you. The veil listens. And the veil is thin tonight. He pads closer, unnaturally quiet, and stands before Ida, the lifeless child. And he offers a bargain. One soul returned. One soul promised. You see Ida freeze. She clutches your 3-year-old self closer. What does that mean? Duskfang circles slowly. Life is a thread, but fate is the weaver. To tie one strand back into the tapestry, another must be unraveled. She may live, but I will return, and when the moon is right, to collect what was promised. At that moment, Ida looks up, and she sees you, standing there, nearby. Not the child, but the woman you have become. Her breath catches. She whispers, "You're beautiful." You're everything I hoped you'd be. She turns back to Duskfang, tears in her eyes. Do it. Duskfang's glowing eyes narrow. The wind dies entirely. And he starts to chant in a language you've never heard. One soul lost, one soul bound. Blood beneath root, oath without sound. Breath returned, by promise sealed. Fate is the wound that never yields. And in that moment, you see your 3-year-old self start choking, gasping. Water spills from her mouth. She sits up. Duskfang turns as he walks slowly toward the trees again. Before vanishing, he stops and glances back at Ida. The next time you see me, I will be collecting on our bargain. And then he melts into the mist. Ida looks at you one more time. Her face holds both sorrow and strength. You are meant for greatness, my daughter. You were never ordinary. Sacrifice is necessary for the betterment of Umberfell. Live boldly. When the time comes, do not run from what you are. She starts to fade like fog. You are alone once more, Hathor. The vision begins to fade. As you both stand in solitude in a mist-laden atmosphere.
Holy smokes, that's a crazy vision. Kind of above table. Round of applause for you, Chip. Got me my emojis right now.
You're in your emojis right now?
Got me my emojis right now. Ooh.
I told you this one was going to be a little bit emotionally draining. I'm sorry. Like I told you it was going to happen. I made sure to give you guys that heads up.
Lying.
That's why I needed to ask you guys. I straight up asked you guys real quick.
Yeah.
Are there any triggers that I need to watch out for? Because I was going to go into this and this was going to get this way. Yeah. And we were going to make sure that everything was going to be okay because I didn't want to hit anything, right?
Yeah. All good. All good.
Okay. So we're all right.
In water. Okay, I'm good. I'm good.
This is good.
You guys are just like, you're a fucking asshole.
Oh my gosh. Why, mother?
After the visions, the grove falls utterly still. No breeze, no bird song. Even the glowthorn blossoms stop drifting, as if the forest itself holds its breath. The spring in the center of the grove begins to shimmer, the water rippling without wind. Suddenly, twin eyes ignite beneath the surface. They are not reflections. They are real, deep and ancient, glowing like twin furnaces at the heart of the world. Not golden, not amber red, but a molten orange gold flickering like veins of crimson and violet. The burning core, something powerful and waiting. The surface of the water cracks with light. The fire beneath shifts, and a massive scaled shape begins to stir. As the water bursts upright, not of liquid, but as smoke and flame. From within rises a vision, a drake, massive and terrible. Its scales like obsidian glass, its wings shaped like broken night. It coils upward out of the spring like a living scar, shadow pouring off of its tendrils, dripping like ink into the air. Its eyes are twin furnaces, burning, unblinking, locked on both of you. Its wings stretch wide, blotting out the moonlight, and behind it steps from the swirling dark a figure, a tall man, or something once a man, cloaked in tattered royal silks and shadow. His crown is cracked, his face is half hidden beneath a silver mask. the left side torn and charred as if melted by fire. He carries a staff of blackened bone, topped with a flickering shard of glass, filled with blood and shadow. The fallen king. His voice cuts through the air like blade on cold iron. You think yourselves chosen, favored, called. But the call comes from both sides of the veil. Light does not choose without darkness answering. He raises his hand. Flames erupt behind him, not of heat, but of emptiness, eating light. The drake snarls, massive and growing, not yet whole. Umberfell is already burning. You just haven't seen the smoke. What you awaken may not always be what you expect.
My sword out and ask, "Who are you?"
You will know soon enough. The
Do
spring.
you
Go ahead.
do you serve the nameless dread?
He's not nameless anymore. As the spring begins to bubble, with light and shadow swirling like oil and fire, an unseen pressure fills the grove as though something ancient is watching, judging. The dark figure fades. His voice remains. The wings that rise may cast the longest shadow. When the time comes, you must choose what you are, not what they hoped you'd be. The drake turns, a final look with those burning eyes, and then vanishes into the water, which flares once with fire, then stills like glass again. You both awaken at the edge of the spring. Their breath is shallow. Your hands tremble. The grove is silent, but charged, like the moment before lightning. The 8th seat, forgotten for century, now glows faintly, as if remembering something once lost. The Landrel speaks. Her voice is hushed and grave. You have seen what comes. The choice ahead is not light or dark. It is what you do with both. Not all riders are heroes. Not all dragons are salvation. But the grove has spoken, and it has not turned you away.
Just like gotta find balance in a way. That I've seen with this.
Yeah, seems trying to balance who we are and the
Mm-hmm.
world.
Yeah.
But at least we don't have to do it on our own. We got each
Yep.
other and our
Yep.
dragon.
Yep. Wonder how they're doing. And you know,
Yeah.
there's also going to be the
Yeah.
few others that are going to come down the road when they're ready.
Yeah.
That
Yeah.
last one though, that was kind of eerie, kind of guy looking guy. I wonder if he was the nameless one.
Hmm. Yeah. He didn't seem good, that's for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You
Can
are
I
both. Go ahead.
Can I roll a perception check to like see if to see what's if anything else has changed?
Sure.
Okay. That would
Nice.
be 20.
Oh, nice.
Not quite a dirty 20, but a 20 nonetheless. The grove has shifted back to what you guys saw when you first entered, with the Spriggans kind of intermingled around it. Their soft hum has come to an end. It is now just covered with wisping leaves and curving branches swaying. You do see that the 8th seat is glowing faintly with a pulse coming from the vine that does lead into the river, into the spring. But other than that, though, you don't really notice much more.
Trippy though how that after that last seat's pull lighting up a bit. Unless other what are they called? What are they called again?
Spriggans.
Frigate?
Spriggans.
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 Yeah, that's spelled Spriggans. Spriggans.
Spriggans. Okay. There you go.
Okay,
I'll ask the other Spriggans if they ever seen that happen. Or that last seat that looks like it's been not occupied for a while light up like that.
So which one are you asking? Like, you asking one of them specifically, or just asking that question in general?
I'll ask the elder one.
Thilandro?
Yeah, Theandro, yeah.
As you are asking this question, she's picked up her staff and she's made her way slowly back to her seat. And so have the other Spriggans. They've kind of went back to where they are sitting. The 8th seat isn't quite like at the end of the line. It's like more of in the center. Not beside Thilandrol. It's like 2 seats away from hers. And she looks at you as she takes a seat. Her eye glancing over towards the 8th seat. Not since him.
Oh, who was that?
He wasn't born of noble. He wasn't crowned. He was simple, willing. He took the first dragon, Varos, not with chains, but with choice. He rode into the fire, into the storm, and emerged as the first of the flame-bound, the first rider. His name is lost to time, but his bloodline is not. It echoes through you, through your choices, through the sacrifices made to bring you here. Not since the first rider has that chair stirred.
Something about notes. I remember writing it down. I just can't remember where.
What are you asking?
Oh, I'm just trying to remember. I remember I wrote down the first writer's name too. I just can't remember where I put it, where it was in the notebook though.
Oh, Oakland.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, there we go. Easy way to remember that.
So you mean you haven't seen that seat occupied since Oakland, right? Or
Yeah.
D'Angelo?
Since they saw Oakland Brimstone, they haven't seen, like, he wasn't the one that occupied it. They haven't seen it since.
So how he just ended in a way?
Yeah.
Okay. Interesting now.
The trial?
That was, my dear. The trial was to show you where you came from.
I appreciate it then. If we never came here, don't think I ever would have known, so thank you for showing me my mother's sacrifice.
She just nods.
It was a very interesting trial. Thank you again. Nice to see what our mother's done for us. You know, come look at that mirror one. It's like, was this part of your plan the whole time to have us come this way? Asking that. Friggin'
Mira
mirror.
looks at you and she gives you a half-cocked, coy smile. We had to get you here somehow.
Well planned.
You were heading to Blackthorn, and, well, we just had to be sure.
Oh, that's understandable.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Okay.
can we get those horses, though?
Or do you still got to catch this horse?
Yeah.
Oh. No. You need to, you need to find Thornside first. That wasn't a joke. We weren't kidding when we said that there would be a test.
Okay.
Okay. How can we find him? Does he find us, or do we go find him?
You gotta look for what was there, but is not there anymore. What could be there, or should be there. What happened when you seen him the first time?
Disappeared into a tree?
You got stuck in vines.
Mm-hmm.
He disappeared into a tree, eh? Well, that's where you must start.
Okay. Alrighty.
Turn the other way to to the tree we seen. The body is.
Mm.
I still got that rope. Or no, who had the rope again? Was it you or me?
I hope I wrote it down. I'm pretty sure you took the saddle and I took the
Okay.
rope. I'm
Okay.
pretty sure. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, since we're quick
Oh,
now.
you're not gonna need a saddle
Yeah.
or rope. To be honest, I
Okay.
just thought you'd be willing to carry them.
You're the one that gave them to us, but okay, I see now.
Okay.
You're not gonna ride Thornstride. He's not what you would call rideable. He will show you the path in which to take to venture forth.
Okay. Interesting.
Now, if you would like to step forth and attempt to find him, you may do so, but understand that in failing to do so, you may never leave Kitmel Forest.
So that's not an option for us.
But there are you don't have to endure the forest. You could just leave. That is an option.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
It's a
fair
challenge.
point.
I think. Don't want to leave without giving it a try.
Mm-hmm. And plus, now if we get a horse and we could make our journey a lot quicker. I don't know if my little legs can handle another like 3-4 days of walking.
I want to see if he's faster than Pyre.
Ooh, yeah. Fire is fast.
You see which one is it? Which one is it? Oh. You see Cern. She's sitting closer to the end of the left row of thrones. Smile. Pyre's fast, but not like Thornstride. When you can weave through shadow and tree alike, then you can match Thornstride.
Oh, that's impressive. But I'd like to be impressed and see it in person.
You see Thelandrel again, rubber palms together, and then you suddenly hear behind you the bramble and the vines start to separate and pull apart. The archway of the trees kind of crack and split enough to give you an opening to walk into Kitmel Forest. As you see this pathway open, you start to hear a second one open just behind her seat, and in between her and Bindle. You see another archway start to crack and pull open. The one behind you looks like it leads back the way you came. The one behind Thelandrel is hidden in a mist and fog. She looks at both of you and simply goes, "Make your choice, but make it wisely. We don't want to have to etch your name on the bark."
Well, you tend to have a better sense of direction, Erlina.
Yeah.
What do you think?
Part of me says, let's do this. I have a feeling we were God informed to come see this thorn stride for a reason, so
Mm-hmm.
let's get on it and we'll take down that horse.
I don't really want to take him down, but
Yeah, well, you know what I mean. Not like physically take
yeah.
it down. Like,
No, okay,
challenge accepted. Like
okay, okay.
we'll get this.
Now, are we going back the way we came to the tree he disappeared into, or are we just gonna try our luck and see if we can find him in the mist?
Well, that was a tough one.
If you go back the way you came, you are turning down the.
Got it.
Turning down the challenge.
Yeah, you are heading back to the road to just walk your way to Blackthorn.
Then into the woods.
Into the woods.
Into the woods we go.
Into the woods.
Into the unknown.
Into the unknown.
All right, so you're entering into the woods behind.
Yeah, behind Theodril.
Okay.
Yep.
As you start to walk towards that opening, and you're passing Thelandro and Bindle right in between their thrones, you see. Well, both of you give me a perception check first.
Already. Nice. I got 9 all day.
9.
Oh,
And I think Hathor got
18 all day.
18. Jeez, you're just rolling like a beast right now, man. Getting yourself some real good rolls. That's awesome.
no.
Woo.
I'm the leader of today.
As you pass through between these two thrones, each of these thrones is backed up into a large elder oak. Like, these trees are massive. Orlina, you notice there are names like carved into each of these trees. The one behind Bindle has, from your brief count, your brief look, hundreds of names carved in and up and down this tree. Hathor, you look behind Thelandra, and as you notice the names too, you both are seeing these tremendous amount of names. One catches your eye. It is Idle Quinn. You see your mother's name has been carved into the tree. You don't know what it quite means, but you do remember that they called this the Grove of Old Names. When you entered. And then you see as you both pass both these trees and you get to the opening leading into Kitmel. The very end, far off, that dark gray steed rear upending on just its hind legs as it lands and claws at the ground. It looks like it calls to you, but you hear no sound. Then suddenly the mist surrounding it just as it disappears. The distance looks like it was about 100 feet from where you are right now. And that's where you're at. What are you doing?
Making our way in. Kind of a lot of Hathorn on that. So I thought they weren't kidding about the names on the tree. Quite a bit.
Yeah. It's not my mother's name. I wonder if your mother's name is on there too.
Yeah, I'll do that too. If you ever do go back to that area, get a better glance.
Yeah. It's crazy how many names there were, though.
Mm-hmm.
Can I do a perception check as we're walking?
Have you guys entered past the archway?
Oh,
Yeah.
I thought we had. Yeah.
Okay, so as you step past the threshold of this archway, you hear that cracking happening again as it just, and then everything slams behind you. And then go ahead and roll me perception. Yes, go ahead.
That would be
To
14.
help her.
As you look around, you notice that the trees and the vines and the things that were behind you that closed in that entrance, they've all vanished. As if nothing's there now. And as you look behind you, you see nothing but mist. As you are taking in more of the area that you're surrounded by, you can hear like the cooing of owls. You can hear soft bird song coming from distant trees. You're surrounded in mist. And every step you take, thorns start to weave into archways, creating what can only be considered looping mazes. And each time you pass through a new doorway, the environment subtly changes, replaying moments from your past, but twisted. And then suddenly, at the end of one of these paths, Orlina, you see a figure through the mist. Tall. He stands roughly the same height as your father. He's looking off in your direction. And then you see a second figure. Same height. Same weight. Standing about 10 feet away. Then two paths open up behind them.
I think it's a fog right now too. Okay. I'm gonna take that left trail, like that left path, because it's probably like a fork, right?
Yes, it's 2 paths behind you.
Okay. I'll take the left one.
As you guys step closer to these 2 figures, they become clearer, and they both look like your father, Orlina. Both of them.
Mm.
And they say almost at the exact same time, I wear many faces, but only one is mine. I shift in shadow, but I do not lie. I am not what I was, but I am always me. What am I?
A reflection.
You see. Where? Okay, hold on. You see the one on the right step aside and kind of gesture for you to be able to walk down the path.
Okay, I'll take that path and be cautious too. Like, I don't know if it's gonna be a trap or not.
So you step into it.
Step into that pathway, yeah.
All you hear, those who fail get lost in memory. The vine up to that path snaps shut. And as you both step in, you both take 2 points of psychic damage.
Ouch.
And now you have disadvantage on your on charisma based checks going forward.
Okay.
Before you, at the heart of the trail, lies a massive wall of living brambles. And a single voice speaks. All who seeks the thorn must bleed. All would lead must bow. What are you doing?
What, sir, what was the phrase again? All that lead must bow.
As you step through, the vines behind you shut, you take those 2 points of psychic damage. Then before you is a single path and a large, massive wall of living brambles form.
Okay.
And the voice calls out past the wall. All who seek the thorn must bleed. All who would lead must bow.
Bow?
Yeah. Take a bow. Ashante.
You're bowing?
I'm gonna try bowing.
You're going to bow?
I'll try bow too, yeah.
Yep.
It doesn't shift. The bramble wall is still there. Sorry, it doesn't open. It does start to shift, though,
Oh, okay.
towards you.
Oh, okay. That
Oh,
feels
great.
better.
It says it again. All who seek the thorn must bleed. All who would lead must bow.
Okay. I'll grab my non-amber glass dagger and just kind of I'll just cut up in my cut that I got earlier and see if that would help, like bleed a little bit.
You're gonna cut yourself?
Cut myself a bit, yeah.
All right. Well, what's the damage on your dagger? What is it? A D4?
Yeah, D4.
You're gonna take 1 point of I guess slashing damage or piercing damage or whichever one. And you start to see the brambles. They're still shifting towards you, but you start to see them slowly break open.
That seemed to do something.
Yeah.
Well, grab one of my daggers, put my sword away, grab my daggers, and cut my hand open as well.
You'll take 3 points of damage. But as you cut into your hand, you see the brambles stop. And slowly they open.
Yay. Oh. And step forward, push through them.
Think about how I was walking.
As you step through, you suddenly find yourself arriving in a circle of ancient standing stones covered in moss, where a trial hound awaits. It starts to circle both of you, sniffing, judging, seeing into your hearts, and suddenly arrows rain from the trees. Illusion at first, then real. They're ambushed by the thorn-bound warden, a guardian beast or spirit projecting of Thornside himself. Suddenly, this trihound backs himself up. And we're going to roll for initiative.
Already. Okay, so +2. Difference in that. Ooh, 16.
Oh, you fucking kidding me. Jesus.
Okay.
Jesus.
Yeah, just 6 for me. Yeah.
All right. Hold on. I got to find the thing where it was. Why do I have not, why is it not here? Oh. Yes, this is it. Okay. This beast has, hold on, he rolled. Okay, what'd you each roll? So Hathor, you have
16.
a, what's your plus to your initiative?
I rolled a 4, so 6. Yeah?
Yeah.
Did I do that right? Okay.
Okay, so it's gonna be Orlina first. Hathor, well, you're lucky. He is a +4 to his initiative.
Oh.
So, okay. But you guys managed to get him first. All right. Let me just give me a second here. I gotta figure out if I can do it. Do I have it? Do I have it? I don't. Dang it. All right, give me a second while I set up combat here. I should have had this set up. I didn't know I didn't know this was gonna happen, to be honest.
Oh, good. Give you time to pick up my phone.
So we'll take like a 2-minute break here till I get everything set up.
This intermission break is brought to you by Pepsi. You want to feel real extra deadly today?
That's it.
We get Pepsi with cream soda.
Oh, that's not it.
Also sponsored
That
by
is
Kit Kat.
also also sponsored by Kit Kat. I don't know if we can say that, guys. Don't get me in trouble here, okay?
Okay.
By Cat Kit.
By Cat Kit. Yeah, that's it.
There we go.
That can't get you in trouble, right?
Yeah, no, not one bit. I was actually surprised by that when we were in Nanaimo yesterday. There was a gas station from Chris's niece's place where she's staying at, and they had a Pepsi
Okay.
with cream soda. It's like, oh.
We're just gonna have to use this one. Okay. You guys should still have your agency over your characters in this. Yes. See if you can move them. Hold on. I don't think I moved the thing. I didn't move the thing. There you go. See if you can move them.
Yeah.
All right. So let's put them back right where they were. Right at this big tree here is basically where you entered. Okay.
Okay.
I need a token.
We'll be right next to each other, buddy.
Yeah. We're gonna mess up this doggy.
Tokens.
I was gonna cue in a joke about not want to be too mean. Actually, pretty good size notebook.
That's right there. Oh, this is so stupid. That
Can I ask what the damage is for the Emberglass daggers?
Oh, right. I didn't give you guys that, did I?
Ooh.
That is going. The Emberglass daggers will be. I gotta add them to the thing. Remind me to do that. I gotta add them to actual D&D because I can make the actual thing itself. Right now, they're going to be a 1d6 slash piercing with. They'll be the same as a regular dagger, but they're 1d6 instead of 1d4.
1d4?
Plus 1. So 1d6 plus 1 and then plus whatever your modifier. So whatever the modifier you get for your dagger, add that plus another one on top because they're a plus 1 dagger.
So it might be like a 1d6 plus 2.
Yeah. So right now you're both at this tree. What's happened is you've seen arrows that look like they were illusion because you guys have been through so much illusion already come raining down, and as they look like they're just bamfing through the mist and under that, they start to poof, poof, hit the ground hard. And you are unaware, you are now noticing that these things are actually landing and getting ready to destroy some shit. Like they're landing beside you. None of them hit you, but they are landing beside you, and you are very much unaware that they are real. You also notice they land on the outside, all the way around the edge of the clearing. And since you guys are first, you get to go first.
Before we start fighting, how do you know what a modifier is for your attack or damage?
Okay, so when you look at I'm on your sheet right now. So when you attack, you'll see right here. So the +4 that you see on your dagger, that's when you roll your d20, you add that to your d20, and if you hit, if you roll it and then you hit, you'll hit the like that. Then you hit the target, and then the piercing is so then you do one. If you hit, you get 1d4 plus 4. So you roll d4 and then you add 4 to it, and that's how much damage you'll do with that item. Okay.
Yeah,
For the longsword, you'd roll 1d8 and then +5.
Yeah.
That, but that would be for your damage. But you only have a +5 to hit. So you roll your D 20, and that will, you know what I mean. So that will then if you hit, then you roll your damage. And remember, you guys got spells as well.
Yeah, yes. I got 2 years ago. Yeah, I got a couple
Hold on, do you got fucking
now.
Bane?
Yeah, I just noticed that. I need to read up on spells.
Yes, you definitely need to read up on spells. All right. So Orlina, you are first with okay, so here's how we're gonna run combat, and I think we're gonna run this going this way forward. If you guys get back-to-back combats, right? So like you know how you and Hathor are first, you guys can attack without having to take your turns, as if like Orlina doesn't have to go first and you don't have to go second, Hathor. If when we're at that top, Hathor, you can go first if you want, and Orlina can like kind of back you up, and you guys can like maneuver back and forth. That's how I would like to run combat. And when we get to larger things, what's gonna happen is we'll probably do a cluster of combat instead of I've seen it once before where someone's run it where they do a cluster of combat instead of doing individual, so we don't have to go like combat. What's going to happen is we'll all roll, and whoever gets the whatever average is higher, they'll go first. So if all the players get a higher average than all the bad guys get a higher than their average, then all the players get to go first in one chunk, and then the bad guys go, and then we just kind of like take turns doing that instead of like jumping back and forth. You know what I mean? It makes it easier and smoother for combat. So right now, technically, you guys are first. So you guys get to go in however you want. To do movement, you'll see on the side here, there's a ruler. If you hold that, hold on, not that. If you hold that and go like this, that's how far you can see how far you can move. So Hathor, you have 30 feet. So that's like where you would like, if you do this, that's as far as you can get your character to go. Right? Or Orlina. And same with Hathor. There you go, right? And then Orlina, if you have 30 feet as well. So you both have 30 feet. So that's how far you can get your character to go, right? So just do that. Okay. Be like, okay, that's where we can go. Then you can move them there, and we can just kind of go from there. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So just the arrows are still raining down, or have they finished raining down?
They've all finished. So they've all hit the ground, and they've kind of layered around the entire clearing right now.
Move up a bit. Right there should be good.
All right.
How far is that from?
Sure. Your bow. Yes, you definitely. My bow, your bow has an 80 or a 320 range. So 80 is your regular attack. 320 would be at disadvantage.
Okay.
That's how the range works. So your dagger, you could throw it 20 feet, but if you try to throw outside of 20 feet, anything outside of 20 feet, you're at disadvantage for your throw on 60 feet.
Okay.
Right?
I'll use my... Okay. No. Okay, now. Thanks for helping with that. I was wondering what those numbers meant.
Yeah, so you can get... You have a regular attack up to 80 feet with your bow, but outside of that 80 feet... You're at disadvantage.
So I have to roll the disadvantage. Okay. I will shoot with my first bow.
That hits.
There's a hit. All right.
I don't even. You don't. That hits. I already know that fucking hits. Oh.
So it'll be 5 points of damage.
5 points. Nice.
I see down there.
Is it my turn now?
It is, yeah. Well, you guys technically go together. So like he can move and shoot, then you can do it, or vice versa.
Yeah, let's see how far a full dash is. Alright, I'll just move forward and prepare. And that's just it. I'll just move.
So in this scenario, what you can do is you can say you're holding your action you're holding, like, say, an attack. So if the wolf runs up on you or runs past you, you're able to attack it, right?
Okay.
These are things that you can kind of do in that scenario.
Okay.
Right. So like, but you have to say that though. You can't just I can't just be like, oh, you can't just assume it. So you can be like,
Okay.
I want to hold an attack. So if the wolf passes me, I swing at it without it being a reaction kind of thing. You know what I mean?
Got it. Okay, then I will hold my attack.
All right. So you're holding your attack. You're both done. Okay.
Yeah.
How much movement does this guy have? This guy has quite a bit of movement actually. He can get right up to you, Hathor, and he's going to.
Nice. All right.
So he's gonna run right up to you. Bop. I think he's too big. No, he's okay. We're just gonna leave him right there. Bop. He's right. He's God. I hate that it's off kilter. It's bugging me, but he's right. He's right beside you. Okay.
Okay.
Grill.
Larva, not right now. Okay. And as he gets right up to you, he's going to unleash, and this is going to look extremely weird to you as he's going to lash out at you, but it's not going to be with a claw. It's going to be with a vine that comes out of its arm almost. And that's going to be it does a 20 hit. Yes, Hathor. So the 20 would be matched up against your AC, which your armor class is 11 right now. Your audio.
Yeah, armor class
There it
is
is.
11. Yeah.
Yeah. So a 20 hits. All you feel is this vine come out and wrap around you as it darts to the left. It's to the right, and you get pulled with it. And I need you to make a strength check, please. A strength saving throw.
That would be 6.
You are now going to be restrained until the end of its next turn.
Nice.
I believe, though, even though you are restrained, does it mean that you can't attack at all? I think so.
Okay.
Hold on.
0 speed, attacks affected, attack rolls, you have advantage, and your attack rolls have
So you have your attack rolls have disadvantage against me. So if you were to attack, you have disadvantage on them, and I have advantage on my attack rolls on you. Right now, that's how that would work. So just so you're aware, the vine lash automatically pulls you. Automatically, right? The saving throw is to decide whether or not you're restrained until the verdant stalker, till the Trihound's end of next turn. That's all that is for. You automatically get pulled though. Okay. It does do damage as well.
Ooh.
You take 5 points of slashing damage. And that'll be its turn. So now it's you guys now at the top of the round.
And Hathor's just restrained, still standing on the
So
ground.
right now, Hathor is wrapped in a vine that this hound is holding on to and pulling her along.
Okay.
You are down on the ground. You're not standing right now because you were just pulled by this vine. And it is now both of your guys' turn.
I want to give it a roll. I want to try this Glass dagger. And we'll pull it out of him. The backpack.
Okay.
I want to try. I want to try something.
All right.
I want to use my movement and get behind Hathor, then kind of use her as a bit of a stepping stool and jump and land beside it and try
You're gonna step on
grab.
Hathor as she's on the ground.
Yeah, like use her as like a bit of a boost to
Ouch.
jump up and and stab the wolf as I'm falling down.
All right,
A little
go roll
dramatic
the hit.
effect here.
Okay, so first of all, your first roll is going to be acrobatics.
All right, that will be 4. Oh no.
No, no. 8. Okay, 8. All right, fine. And then your second roll is going to be to hit. So roll again.
9, 13.
All right. As you step on Hathor, to launch yourself into the air, you do manage to get some height, but unfortunately, Hathor's not as stable as you thought she would be, and her leg shifts a little bit from where you step, and you do kind of tumble forward. And as you're tumbling forward, you think that you just barely hit the hound, but you're just out of reach. And you don't make contact. And now it's Hathor's to go.
Was it said that I pulled my sword out before I was restrained? Is that established or no?
Yeah, you would have it out. Yeah, because you said you were waiting to attack, right?
Yeah.
Since it called up on you and not past you,
Yeah.
no. Would you get the attack? Anyways, so yes, you would have it out. Your attack is just disadvantaged right now.
Okay, so Orlena's right in front of me. Hound's right there with its arm reached out and dragging me. And I try and like.
You want to just like stab it?
I want to try and like reach with my sword. Yeah, like just.
You're right there. You're right beside it, so you can easily reach it.
Next to it. Yeah.
Yeah, you can reach it.
Yeah.
You just have to roll 2d20s and take the lowest.
Yeah.
Oh my fucking goodness! You hit.
Nice. That's good. All right, so then roll d8 for damage. Oh, that's okay.
Plus what?
Plus. That is 6 plus 5. 6.
6 points of damage. Let's go.
Good damage.
You see this hound wince a little bit as it goes to step back again and pull Hathor towards the edge of the clearing, and it does pull you. It doesn't do any more damage because the damage is already hit. It's just pulling you along now. But in this same motion as it does, you hear that sound of arrows whistling again through the air. As you look up, and now he's gotten you closer to the edge where you see the arrows in the ground, and you see these next arrows hit the ground and slowly shrink the clearing, and they land just outside of where you've been pulled to. You see one of those arrows kind of just go through the hound, but they're all sticking into the ground. You are no longer restrained, though. It is now the end of his turn. He just pulled you out of the way. End of his turn. And you see this vine slowly unwrap from your leg and go back into his arm. Is your guys' turn again?
So I'm the closest still, so
Mm-hmm.
I'll and strike it head on. Try and
Swing at it. Do it up.
swing at it head. Ugh. Humpa, humpa. Do I
As
hit?
you... Oh, no, you don't hit. As you swing with your sword, it's almost as if like this hound predicts your arch and simply steps to the side as your sword comes down and buries the tip into the somewhat soft earth beside him. It bars its teeth at you, growls with a low hiss before turning its gaze towards Alina. What are you doing, Alina?
I'm gonna growl at it because he's glaring away at me. I'm like, "Arr, just bring it on." Then let's go. I'm gonna go a little closer, like go on the side of it, and I'm gonna strike it with my dagger again. There's an 8 hit.
There's an 8. It does not.
Oh, damn. I'm gonna use my bonus action with my offhand that doesn't have my dagger. I'm gonna produce flame.
You gonna produce flame?
Produce flame, yeah.
All right. Here we go again. Okay, what am I looking for? Why can't I find it? No. Oh no. Did I lose it? I think I fucking lost it. Ah, this is so stupid. Oh, okay. Shit. Oh well. We'll figure it out. I'll try to make it happen. I think I lost the fucking yeah, I think I lost it. Oh fuck. All right. Oh, this is frustrating. Okay. So you're producing flame. Okay.
Yeah.
It's looking at you and you see it lash out at you with this vine. Orlina. Does a 11 hit?
No, it doesn't.
No, it doesn't.
Nope.
As this vine comes flying out at you, you manage to lift your leg, and as you do, it sweeps underneath you and just recoils back in, and you see the hound vibrate and growl immensely, and then you see this cloud of toxic spores start to puff out of its fur in multiple directions, hitting, well, both of you. I need you both to make me a Constitution saving throw.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Woo-hoo-hoo.
I'm scared now.
You got this.
That would be an 11.
An 11. Orlina, you notice you cough once or twice, but this gaseous form doesn't really affect you too much. Hathor, though,
Good lord.
you take 13
Oh, crap.
points of poison damage.
Nice.
As this fumes just engulf you in this acidic flavor, and the hound bounces past you to over here. You each will have an opportunity of attack. Hathor, yours will be at disadvantage.
Uh-huh.
And with the dagger again. Come on. Ooh, 21.
21.
No, wrong one. Over 20. Over.
With what are you hitting with, the amber glass dagger?
Yeah.
Okay, so that's a D6 plus your modifier.
D6 1, D6 plus 2. I'll be 5. 5 points.
5
of damage.
points. Okay. And Hathor?
So much the dice. If you get
So
an
a
empty
reaction
physical-
is like you get a reaction every turn.
Mm-hmm.
So you would get to use it, but then when it becomes your turn again, it would be back. Right? And a reaction almost always is an attack of some sort. You can't really use a spell unless you get something that allows you to have the ability to use this spell as a reaction. Or there are spells that are considered just reactionary, like Hellish Rebuke for a warlock would be a reactionary spell.
So like your sword can be attacked because of the attack of
You
opportunity.
can swing,
we
yeah,
were
you can
given.
swing at it with your sword if you want while it's running past you.
Swing at it as it's
That
running
hits.
past.
That hits.
Nice. That's good.
That's good. Oh, you guys with the ones, man. So what is that? Six points? Oh my goodness. You notice as you hit this hound as it runs past you, Orlina, you manage to almost kind of stick the dagger into the side of the hound, and as it does, it runs past, and you carve a little small line through the side. And as you're doing this, Hathor, you swing your sword on the other side, and you manage to clip this thing's hind leg, causing it to limp away from you guys. You can see this thing's quite beaten up right now. But as it gets past, you see its fur start to rattle. And then you hear in the air that sound again, where all those arrows are soaring. it is your guys' go.
How close are we to like the edge of the clearing? Like,
This way?
So the first set of arrows hit here. The second set of arrows hit here. So the third set of arrows is somewhat in your range right now.
and I would like to dive out of the way real quick.
Oh no.
It's
What happened?
gone. I don't know. Did I do something?
Undo.
Ah, now I'm gone.
Oh, where do we go?
I found myself.
Oh, that's undo. What did I do?
Oh.
It's right there. I fucking somehow erased you guys off of this shit. Oh my gosh.
You're deleted.
My library. Here we go. There we go. That's my bad. So you were like right here, and you were right here.
Yeah. Like she was kind of over here more.
Yeah, I was jumping.
What?
Where's my thing? Or are you only? Well, here's my original thing, if you guys can see that.
Hold on. I gotta just change this. Actually, fucking. There we go. Okay. Now you're back to where you were. Sorry. Go ahead and move you.
Alright. Right, so we was here. I'm jumping out of the way. Like about there. To avoid the arrows. And
This is also the edge of the clearing too, just so you're aware. And there's arrows here and here on top of you.
oh, then never mind. So, are they everywhere, or are they like getting closer?
They're slowly moving inwards.
Okay.
Like
well
the
then-
clearings, the center of the clearings here. It looks like they're like if you looked over here, there's arrows here, and there's arrows like right beside the beast.
Okay, then I'll jump into the middle. Even though that's probably closer to him. Are there arrows on the outside as well?
It looks like what's happening right now, as you can perceive it, is these arrows are slowly starting to shrink the clearing, and soon they're going to fill the clearing. So if you're going to be in this clearing when they hit, they're going to eventually take you out.
Nice. Okay.
So it's like that. Like there's mini games when you're fighting someone, and like the arrows are just shrinking the battlefield more and more in a way.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Well, I have that produce. Well, would I be able to throw my produce flame like a little fireball at the wolf?
Sure, if that's what you want to do for your attack.
Yeah, I'll do that.
Okay. So you got to roll to hit.
See, would it be what, unarmed?
No, it says produce flame. It says a +3 to hit.
This will be 14.
14, that hits.
Already a D8 plus.
No, there's no +2. It's just a D8.
Oh, just D8.
Just a D8.
Already.
7 points. Holy crud nuggets. You see this ball of fire hit this hound, and it aggressively like snaps back at you.
Oh, did I piss you off, Mr. Wolfie? I'll end my turn there.
That's where you end your turn.
Yeah.
Shall throw one of my small daggers at it. Hey,
That's gonna hit.
nice.
Fucking Christ.
That would be an 8.
That would be an 8. All right. How would you like to do this?
Okay. So I imagine when I jumped away, I landed like right foot forward and then grab my dagger and then just kind of chuck it right at its side. Or
At its
whichever way it's
side?
facing me. Head on.
Okay.
Wherever it's facing me, yeah.
It's kind of like staring back at you guys, so it would be like almost head on. I can't shift the.
Yeah.
Or
Okay.
can I? No, I can't really shift the. Or oh no, I can. Haha.
Hey,
Oh,
nice.
cool.
Nice. I did not. Nice. That's exciting. Okay, learning new things. Learning new things, guys. As you see this thing baring its teeth at you and growling, and you land, you picture. No, I'm not gonna tell you what you picture. What do you like? So as you're throwing it, is there anything that's motivating you to make this land? Or are you just committing to it?
Not dying and wanting to make it back to Pyre.
Okay. As you land and you throw this dagger, the image that flashes through your mind, you and Pyre soaring up the mountainside. And just as you're about to break the cloud bank like you did, it vanishes and all you see is this dagger plunge into the eye of this hound. And it howls. It lets out this guttural scream into the clearing, where as it falls to its side, it's collapsing into itself. You start to see all the arrows in the ground vibrate recklessly and just as they all start to implode on themselves. And then the hound just melts away. And at the end of the clearing, you see another door open up, leading to what looks like a final path, a end of this trial. Whether you passed or you failed, you're unsure of, but there is somewhere to walk.
Well, that was fun. Interesting. I'm just going to move over to Hathor for Memento, and I'm going to cast Cure Wounds at level 1 to help out with a bit of healing.
Cure
Thank
wounds.
you.
All right.
So 2d8s.
2d8 plus 1. So you get 11 points.
Of health back?
11 points of health back. Yep, I did not mean to roll that. Nice, guys. Nice.
That's so nice. Thank you.
You're welcome. I had a
Well,
feeling
Um,
you.
I was not. I was not feeling too great. Not feeling too
Yeah.
hot. So, good for
Yeah.
drinking.
So apparently I can do this, though. Okay, like... Nah, fuck, whatever. I'll deal with it later.
Okay.
All right, so what do you do now?
I am the cleric. Well, I guess we'll follow the doorway.
All right.
Yep.
As you step past this threshold, the vines, the entrance behind you just... Oh, we got another raid with 22 viewers. Holy shit. What's going on, guys? Thank you for the raid. Appreciate you. We're just about to finish this up. Roles reserved. Thank you for the raid. Appreciate you so much into the channel. welcome. This is For Initiative. We're a D&D group. We have some fun. Sorry to break out of character and do that, but I should say thank you for coming on in, and hopefully you guys enjoy the rest of this session. We are hope maybe I don't know what's gonna happen yet. I don't want to let them know about anything. As you guys walk through the clearing, you notice the vines, the brambles, the twisted roots and thorns snap shut. And at the end, you can see that same dark gray steed. It passes the end of this long path, as if it is beckoning you to walk forward. As you make your way through, you can notice that the forest is shifting ever so gently. The canopy is breaking and reassembling in different areas, as if it's solving a puzzle that you guys have been forced to endure. And as you get closer to the end, you notice that there's another clearing that opens up, and in the center of this clearing, you see him. That dark gray hide, that black mane with silver strands of moonlight twisting through it, the soft whites and muted grays crawling up from its hooves into its legs. As it looks at you, it's pawing the ground, clawing at it, digging up dirt. Its hooves are starting to glow with spores of soft moss. And before you can understand what is truly happening, behind him opens up a portal, if you will. An entrance. Before you can take the rest of it in, you hear, the wind remembers. The roots remember. Do you? You seek the path, but will you carry it? One soul to ride beside me, one soul to be changed. Step through and be where you need to be. You see Thornstride step to the side as a vision in this portal starts to take place. It is of a keep, blackened stone, 4 larger towers impeding over top of this, what looks to be frantic village of people just meandering about. You can't really tell where it's leading you, but you can understand that maybe it's to where you need to be.
Walk towards the portal and take the step through.
I'll be right behind you.
You're stepping through?
Stepping through.
Stepping through.
As you place your foot down on the other side of this portal, you feel soft earth. The ground feels muddy, if you will, as if it's been well traveled, soaked in a rain that hasn't fallen in days. You can see puddles of what looks like still water layering across the field in front of you. And as you both step through and place your feet down, the portal shuts. You hear waves crashing behind you, as if something violent has stirred the waters. As you look back, you see a massive lake, dark, shadowed, and in front of you, a massive black keep. A solid half mile away still, but large nonetheless. You believe you've made it to where you need to be. You believe that maybe this is Blackthorn. And that's where I'll end it tonight.
Dun, dun, dun.
Dun 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 dun. Appreciate the raid there. Roles reversed. That's how you say it? Yeah, that's what roles reversed. We got rated not too long ago. 22 viewers. That's fucking awesome. That's freaking amazing. I appreciate you so much. Thanks for watching. We are a small D&D group that just enjoys to have fun, really, at the end of the day. This is more of a larger role-playing versus combat style D&D campaign. We have another campaign that is more combat than role playing, but this one's more about role playing. We're trying to get into like the heads of everything. That was more of a info dump / storytelling session than anything else, but it was to give the players more information about everything that is kind of going on in the world of Umberfell. I appreciate you guys coming in. Hopefully you enjoyed yourself, and we will hopefully see you guys back here again. If you could, it would be absolutely amazing if we got ourselves a bit of a follow and we built the channel a little bit more. We are planning on doing giveaways, just so anyone here is interested into these right here. All you have to be is a follower of the channel. This is a mini dice tower, comes with a set of dice and an initiative tracker built into it. I'll be giving more information on the TikTok and the YouTube about it, but if anyone's interested and wants to come along, that would be absolutely amazing. Nice to meet you. What are y'all up to in this corner of the galaxy? We are playing D&D. How'd you guys like that session? Let me know.
We survived.
You survived. That was you should have been here for the first part of it. I warned them. I let them know that it was going to be emotionally draining, and I think I hit it on the head. They were exhausted after the first
20 minutes?
20 minutes?
20 and a half hours. So
Umberfell is just so everyone's aware, and we're going to give you a little information because I want to actually talk about Umberfell a little bit here. Umberfell is a human-only realm. There's only humans in this realm. There's a reason for it, and I'm not going to divulge that reason, but there is a reason for this, okay? It's only humans. There's not much used magic. It's a magic limited realm, specifically because of certain things that are going to potentially happen later on, yada yada yada, but we'll just not digress into that situation. And the gist of this realm so far right now is there is something dark impeding on the world, and the solstice born have been called forth. Every year on the same night, there's a solstice. There are people born on that night, and at a young age, they are called forth to help defend the realm. And as you can see, we've got 2 of them right here. There's 4 of them that happen or get called forth in a time. And we have Hathor and Orlena. Orlena is played by Ruben. Say hi, Ruben.
Hello.
And Hathor is played by Taryn, who is a new D&D player, and this is your first D&D, right?
Yes. Very
Yes.
first. Yeah.
And I hope you're having fun. Like, don't say it just because I'm asking you. Like, be honest, all right? If you're not having fun, let me know.
Fun.
Okay. Okay. All right. Because that's always a worry. You know what I mean, guys? That's always a worry. You know, the DM's always like, you know what? Are they actually enjoying what's going on? It's the question that you got to ask yourself. Are they actually enjoying what's happening? Or are they just excited to play D&D every week, so they just keep coming back telling me that I'm doing a good job? Really, that's the question you got to ask at the end of the day, right? Because, like, that's how it really rolls at the end of the day. You know what I mean? But I did warn them that this was going to be a emotionally draining session. They didn't know ahead of time. And yeah, basically, I added to their backstories a little bit.
Oh yeah.
In a way. But yeah, so shit. But they enjoyed it.
But they almost did.
Yeah, man. They well, okay, so you guys built your backstory, but I took a little bit of it and I twisted it to another way. You know what I mean? I added a little bit and I was like, you know what, let's take it and just go and put it on its head and then see what happens. You know what I mean? Anyways, if you want to see what happened, just go ahead and watch the session back. It happened around 30 minutes into it deep, where we talked about some tragedy that happened in their earlier years. Anyways,
It was fun though. Good.
yeah, it was very fun.
Oh, it was like the first time we had a combat in like
Since the second
months.
session.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. That's crazy.
All right. Yeah, so that was a lot of fun. I really enjoyed myself. I appreciate every single one of you. And like I said, if you want to keep up to date with what's going on, just hit that follow or subscribe button wherever you are. If you're on the YouTube, if you're on the Twitch, on the TikTok. Roles reversed. How did you guys find us? That's the real question. How did you find? Were we just rated from like just something you saw on the D&D world, or like how did you come into the channel? We really would appreciate you letting us know that. And if you're still here, that's awesome. If you're not, I appreciate you coming in and letting us your crowd, because at the end of the day, that's what it's kind of all about. You know what I mean? Like sharing, growing, you know?
Entertaining.
Yeah, man.
Yep.
Anyways, I appreciate every single one of you so much. That was a fun session, and I can't wait to do the next one. Is there anything that you guys would is there any feedback that you could give me?
More warnings when it comes to that stuff.
More warnings? I can't tell you what I'm going to do.
Like
that's why,
okay, more like when it gets to that emotional ones, like it's like, oh, heads up, like
I kind of gave you a heads up. I straight up asked you guys if you had any triggers.
Yeah.
I was like, are there any triggers? And you were like, you were both like, no, not really. I'm like, based around family, is there any triggers? I said that. I did. I asked you that question. I made sure I checked. I did my due diligence. I checked.
Yeah, you did.
You know?
Yeah, you did.
But
yeah.
did I push too far on the family stuff, or were you okay with everything?
Oh, it was fun.
okay
I
with it,
I
yeah.
loved the drama. Loved
Okay,
it.
good, because that's something that that's what this campaign's about, is more role playing than combat. Don't worry, we're gonna get into some fun combat, especially dragon combat. I gotta figure out how I'm gonna deal with you guys flying through the air fighting combat. That's the real question. How we're gonna work that
So
one out.
crazy.
That's gonna be a whole nother fucking thing, but it's gonna be a lot of fun. I think it's gonna be a lot of fun. Yeah, just so you're all aware. They're dragon riders, just so you're aware. I built it in and everything. This is the world I've been building for a while, and such. Yeah, we are looking for a new player potentially to add in. I'm doing a little interviews and all that stuff, and here soon, hopefully I can get down and sit down with some people if I need to see if we can add someone else into the world, because I would love to have a third player in here to really bounce off and have everyone going. We're having a lot of fun with just the two of you, but let's be honest, it would be fun to have another body in there just to bring in more atmosphere. You know what I mean? So
shenanigans they get into along with
yeah, for sure.
like the
Um,
bookshelves.
yeah. Anyways, you guys were awesome tonight, and I was really excited to do that one. I put a lot of planning into that section there, and I really wanted to like make it really happen for you. I was really hoping that it would hit hard. Just so you are both aware, you're not in the thing here. So here, I'll just show you kind of where you are right now just so you have an idea. You've landed right here. You're on the edge of Black Bay Lake.
Okay.
Blackthorn's right in front of you.
All right.
But yeah, so that's where you are right now, and we will pick up from there. If you all are amazing and absolutely amazing, let's see if we can raid someone. Is there anyone to raid? That's the real question. Let's go have a look-see. Eh? Let's see what's going on here. Let's go into here. I only like to raid. Okay, I won't raid into a channel I've never been to, because that's not a smart play. Not a smart play at all. But I appreciate Roles Reversed lending me your community to come and watch. I appreciate that. Thank you so much. And hopefully I'll be able to catch one of yours so I can see what's up and over there. And thank you so much. Until next time, guys, we're going to be back. We will not be back next Tuesday, it looks like. Next Tuesday, I believe one of you guys worked late. Yeah.
Pretty
so
sure
we will be not. Yeah, we will not be back next Tuesday, but hopefully the following Tuesday after that, which is fine. It's okay to take a break sometimes. We've had 4 sessions in a row at least, so now we can get back to we've been going pretty good. So we'll get the 5th. We'll get another session here again. That was session 11. That's episode 11 of this campaign, which was called what did I call it? Shifting Eyes and Lost Names.
Oh,
so. Pretty good there. Anyways, I appreciate you both so much. I appreciate everybody else so much. And until next time, see you all later.